All right, Kate Beckinsale's version of Crank got my attention. What is up, flick fans? Welcome back to my channel. Jolt, not Crank, is the brand new movie on Amazon Prime, and let me tell you, you're not going to watch anything else like this year. It's what I'm excited to talk about. Let's get into it. So, a bouncer with a slightly murderous anger management problem that she controls with the help of an electrode-lined vest that she uses to shock herself back to normalcy whenever she gets homicidal. After the first guy she's ever fallen for is murdered, she goes on a revenge-fueled rampage to find the killer while the cops pursue her as their chief suspect. Y'all, I know I'm normally using like big words in my reviews, and I love to get all serious when it comes to films because it's my passion. But I'm going to be a little bit more simplistic here and say this movie's crazy. And I mean, it's just crazy. I'm watching it, and the energy that just exudes off of Kate Beckinsale throughout the film very consistently is injected into the way that the story moves, and the film is moving a million miles a minute, it seems like. And I won't lie to you, there were points in the movie where I was thoroughly entertained. A lot of it comes from her performance, and the performance is genuinely great. I mean, she's super entertaining in this film, and it's almost as if at times during the film, she knows, the director knows, the guy serving the snacks in the background behind the camera, he knows, everybody knows that this movie is ridiculous, completely and utterly ridiculous. Not only is the story just kind of odd in the way that it's put together, it's also familiar, and there are also things that I can pick apart when it comes to the structure of the entirety of the movie. It just feels like it doesn't quite come together as a story, and the dialogue, not the best. Okay, when we're looking at the interactions between the characters, sometimes they feel unnatural. I believe, like I said, Beckinsale is really good. Jai Courtney is good. Stanley Tucci is good. But then you get into the plot and how everything unravels in such a predictable way, and how I kind of saw everything coming before it happened. And that's not what you want to see in a movie like this. All of that being said, if the film is completely self-aware, does it forgive most of those issues? Not most of them. Not the dialogue, not the familiarity, but it does allow you to enjoy the experience a bit more. And why do we go to the movies? To have fun. So if you had fun with this film, and a lot of people are going to, I can't sit back and judge that. And I won't lie, I had a bit of fun with it, even though I have so many nitpicks when it comes to everything about the movie. You could look at, I'm going to make the Crank comparison. You could look at Crank and say, well, that one's not a very well-structured movie either, but I at least believe that film had a more interesting plot and less predictable elements and aspects. And once we kind of start on this journey with Beckinsale after the first act, we almost let go of what made this character so entertaining in the beginning. And even though she's kind of turning a new leaf, she finds somebody and things are going a lot better for her. When she starts to get back into the swing of things and uncover this plot, that's when the film starts to feel really formulaic. And unfortunately, I don't think Jolt lives up to the energy that the movie has as a structured film. But again, it is worth a watch. I mean, even if you don't end up enjoying it, because you just have to experience this for yourselves. And that's just the way it is. And it does have that B-movie feel, not only the look of the film, but the inconsistencies in the plot that we often see in a B-movie. I'm just like, okay, that doesn't work. You said this, and then 20 minutes later you say that. And then we get to the end when we, see who the villain actually was, and there's this big monologue, this spiel of everything, what the plan actually was, and how many times have we seen that? And it's just a huge exposition dump, and then they shoehorn a scene at the end that sets up a sequel. And I'm like, why? I mean, even if it does, it won't, but even if it does get a sequel, I'm just like, why does this movie need that? It didn't. It didn't need that. I will say, though, the frantic nature of it, from the camera work to the story itself and the moments in this film, I'm not going to spoil how or why, but there's one moment where someone starts throwing babies. Please watch it, please. And before I give you guys my score, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to drop your thumbs up if you enjoyed this review and you'd like to see more. Jolt is the definition of chaotic and frantic fun, but the flaws are too plentiful to ignore, and the film itself is inconsistent. I'm going a 40% with my score. Thank you guys again for watching this video. Third review of the day. We have many more to come. And then tomorrow, a very special video. I'm working on a movie theater room in my house, and I wanted to share with you guys step one of that process. Should be fun. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you soon.